is Yvonne Walton Harris. My book is entitled Freddy B. I wrote this book on the 10th anniversary of the passing of my son, Frederick Walton Harris Sr. And after I assembled all the papers of his life and his journal entries, I felt that I needed to share that information to help others. I have been a Sunday school teacher, a substitute teacher, and a junior achievement advisor. In Freddy's poem in the book, he calls me a success. And in another poem in the book, he wrote Mother's Day poem. He calls me a princess and a black queen. It made me feel wonderful that all that I had tried to do for him in his life growing up hadn't been wasted. My son was always a joy to me, regardless of his shortcomings. His father and I were there every day, reaching out to him to try to get him involved in bowling or basketball, and he did play football. We took him to Sunday school and church from conception until the age of 15. He was baptized at age 6 and gave his life to Christ. I believe this is what is needed in our country today to deter so much crime of our young men and young women. After incarceration, Freddy found that he had a testimony to give about Christ in his life, and he formed a ministry with other juvenile offenders at North Central Correctional Center. And this ministry helped him. As a young child, he would steal bikes and clothes. He often got expelled from school. As a teenager, he got involved with hijacking, burglarizing, and he got locked up for short periods of time. Freddy was caught in a dispute and shot and killed. He was planning to get married when that happened, and his fiancée still grieves for him also. My husband and I and his children love and miss Freddy dearly. He leaves a son and daughter as his legacy. He was locked up, and it gave him an opportunity to think about what he had done and why. He took responsibility for his actions by changing. Nothing impacted him as much or more than him being locked up at Logansport. Incarceration is an experience and feeling no one wants to go through. After spending his time in Logansport, he was a changed person and a model citizen. The book has lots of action and even some romance and adventure. There are several poems in the book that Freddy B wrote. He writes about his poetic destiny, and he also tells about the knowledge and wisdom he gained while being locked up. These are his words, his insights, sometimes filled with anger, sometimes foul language, and sometimes love. In the poem, he says, "I'm not bad. I'm just misunderstood, unable to be comprehended. I can be soft and gentle, the sweetest thing you'd ever meet. But I can be crooked and scandalous if you hoes are out to get me. But I'm human and have feelings and make mistakes like everyone else." I believe Freddy B will open the eyes of young men and young women. There are consequences to your actions in life. My hope is this book will continue his ministry to others. His struggle may help parents, no matter how difficult, find a way to communicate with their teens when their teens think their parents don't understand.